Hi everyone, welcome to the Oak Hill Industrial Railroad. Let's do some switching. Well, good morning everybody. Hope you had a great Saturday and a good Sunday coming up. I'll finish up where we left off. Basically we have to put the train back together and get it ready for the B&O Oak Hill turn to come pick it up, drop off our cars for the next turn. But it's going to complicate it a little bit is we have the DT&I train coming back through Ironton, or from Ironton. Not a whole lot of extra tracks in Oak Hill, so we have to do a little bit unusual switching moves. Oak Hill never did have a yard to speak of, but they had more side tracks than what I've got. So we're pushing the train south, and to do that, the reason why we're doing that is we're going to pull the whole train onto the passing siding to let the DT&I train go by. Actually, in real life, at one time, you can see the empty gondola, or gon, whatever you want to call it, at the scrapyard. That was the loading dock for another brick plant that is out of business. And it held, 5 or 6 boxcars. But about where the engine is now, another track came off to the left and went back in behind where the scrapyard was. And that's where they delivered clay to the on railroad cars. So they got clay in the hoppers and things. In later years, after it went out of business, that track was still there, and they used it to keep covered hoppers so they could service Cedar Heights clay. So I've got a picture with a bunch of short covered hoppers stored on it. The Cedar Heights only had the one track going back to it. It went back a little bit farther than my track does. They could actually store a few cars back behind the place. I don't know why I closed the gate when I came out of Ohio Fire Brick, because I'm going to have to go back in it again to put the engine away. All right, we're in the clear, so here comes the DT&I returning. They don't turn the engine, so it's running long hood forward. So we have some open top hoppers with clay, and one boxcar with bagged clay in it. You see, I've got a torn up siding there. It was just a continuation of the passing siding is what it was. It is a scratch-built post office. Not exactly the same size as the one in Oak Hill, but it's the same basically shape and footprint. Now here comes Ferdinand back. I think Ferdinand sort of misses Tux. I think they were partners in crime. And Tux was the ringleader. All right, now that the DT&I train is out of the way, we're going to push the train back onto the main line, and we're going to leave it there. So when the chassis train comes, they can pull their train onto the siding, leave it there, take the engine back out onto the main, hook up to these cars, head north on the main line, and then back up and get their caboose and head back to Chillicothe. And you're going to see that in the next video. Even though the yard isn't really what I call operable yet, because I'm not going to stock it full of cars and move all the cars out so I can do scenery and stuff like that. We're going to run a train from Chillicothe through Douglas Avenue to Oak Hill, swap out the cars, and then run back to Chillicothe in the next video. That'll be next weekend. So this video is a little shorter. I do have sort of a personal message at the end for about 3 minutes or so. If you don't want to hear it, you're certainly welcome to turn it off. So now we're going to pull the locomotive back into Ohio Fire Brick and put it away, because that's where they keep it at night. When it's locked up, kids can't mess with it. And since Ohio Fire Brick is one of the co-owners of the Ohio Railroad, it just makes sense to keep it there. And just like in real life, Ohio Fire Brick was enclosed by a fence. Cedar Heights Clay was not and is not. So we have to stop and open the gate here again. Giving Ferdinand a good rub while doing this, so there's cat hair flying everywhere. So typically the Alco has a really nice shutdown sequence, but this time when I hit function 8, just cut the sound off immediately. Hey, we got a Norfolk Southern train coming, but don't know if you can hear it. Let's have to see how long the video lasts, because I'm not, after we shut the gate, I'm going to stop the video. Alright, stay tuned for the short message if you want to. If not, stay safe. Hey everybody, this is where I usually sit when I narrate the video. As you can see, my wife has a back porch decorated, pretty comfortable. Jazzy's over here. We actually call that her settee, because it's usually covered with dog hair. If we have company, we have to clean it off. And then the bird feeder and other things out to my right. And I'm looking toward the railroad tracks, but I can't see them except in the winter time. I can get a faint view of them. One take for a second. According to my analytics, 80% of my viewers are 55 or older. So you're basically in my age range. I'm 64. So a couple things got going on. I want to talk about, I always talk about stay safe at the end of videos. In April, I started having some blood in my stool, bright red, completely shocked, had no pain. Went away after a couple of days, but in the meantime I'd made an appointment to go get checked out. It turns out I have internal hemorrhoids. They don't hurt at all, but I had to get, not really a colonoscopy, but a flexible sigmoidoscopy, where it's basically, they only look at the last couple of feet of your colon, and he supposedly sewed them up, but it has never gone away. So I'm going to have go back in and have another procedure. Basically, it doesn't hurt, but I don't want to be bleeding down there for the rest of my life, and it's not going to heal unless I do something about it. But at our age, colon cancer is a real thing, and I've known people that have passed away from it. So I had a colonoscopy at 50, had another one at 60. No problems either one, and since it's bright red blood, they're not too worried about it, but I'm going to go get it taken care of again. Second thing I want to tell you is I'm getting my knee replaced November 15th. Shots that I've been getting for several years quit working. So when that happens, you may see a scarcity of videos for a while, because the height of my layout is such that I can't, not going to be very comfortable to stand up. Here comes Ferdinand. I'll see if I can get him to show him to you. He doesn't really like to be held, but I can pick him up for a second. Big tubbo. But anyhow, I want to let you know what's going on. I'll probably try to shoot a couple of videos early in advance, so I can have something at least that weekend for you. It's just going to be hitting this after that for a while. Anyhow, so appreciate everyone's support. But like I said, stay safe. It's not just like a catchphrase. You got to take care of yourself. You only have one body, and so get yourself checked out. I had a physical the other day, and basically I'm in pretty good shape, blood pressure wise. All my vital signs look good. So hopefully I'll be around for a long time. But gotta stay healthy. Oh, she just knocked over he just knocked over the binoculars. He's like a bull in a china shop. Kind of clumsy. Hey, everybody stay safe. So I'll just pan around here and show you. So the bird feeder is actually, you can see cardinal, I guess, they're hopping on the fence. It's sort of out of view a little bit. Pan up. It's field behind me. Power line right of ways. And coming on around, we got the shed. And you start getting into the garden railroad. And again, the railroad is back about a quarter mile through those trees and everything.